nut.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons Mad Mage. We are back from break. When we left our players, they had just been exploring the first level of this miniature castle, but they had realized along the way that they were not alone. A figure, large, purple, potentially winged, in the darkness, just out of sight, continues to harass and harry them, but so far not harm them. And now they move up the second level of the castle. So I'm gonna grab y'all real quick and pop you over to a new location. Hudis.
Ooh, grabby daddy.
Alright. You
Ooh,
guys
father.
begin to walk up the stairs and you find yourselves at the top, a little landing, and you can see immediately across is the other staircase leading back down. Both staircases seemingly leading up to this landing, which opens out to a wide hall on the second floor of this castle. There are this floor is not the same as the first one. The hallways here are covered in long purple rugs with gold trim. There are wood-framed portraits of individuals that seem to be held in high esteem, right? They're all poses. They're not general paintings or portraits or something like that. Each of the individuals seems to be a stately individual or a well-mannered individual or something along those lines, right? Where the halls widen, so kind of like into the corners, right? There are carved oak chairs padded with red velvet, ready and waiting for the weary to take a seat. At the foot of each of these chairs rests a little similarly decorated ottoman. And then there are these crystal barred windows looking outside.
Suspect.
And that's quiet calm around you. What would you like to do?
I'm not going to say anything to my party, but I'm going to let Matt. In fact, that is perfect. I'm going to hide behind the stairwell for like a few good seconds. Like it looks like they're checking out the door. And then I'm gonna like imagine in my mind if I were invisible and I was stalking a party, I would probably be at the top of the stairwell now, and I'm gonna run in and try to tackle something. I just arms wide, just
roll me a stealth check.
Shit. That's gonna be at a big disadvantage. 7.
Damn, a 7?
You turn the corner. Lunge, arms wrapping around open air.
Seems like you predicted the prediction incorrectly.
You all hear from around you that
Ignore that.
Noted.
Is the hunter being bested?
No.
no. I love it. Oh shit. Okay.
Can't you like smell it? Just
I
because
mean-
it's invisible, I don't understand. You
All right,
can't
I
find
do
it?
have heightened senses, but like,
Yeah.
there's got to be something that like I'm specifically looking for.
Something purple, bro.
Something purple is not specific.
That
Sounds
tasted
different.
purple.
Thanks, Lulu.
I mean, if it can taste purple, it can
Yeah.
smell purple.
Let's see.
Much too
heightened
tall.
Senses. Well, I guess it doesn't say something specific. It just says I have advantage on checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Okay. You want to try to do anything with that?
I mean, how I'm like, sure.
You tell me.
I want to perceive its exact location from its insistent laughing.
He's a
Okay.
Smith boy. He goes,
Unfortunately, the echoing nature of the laughter seems to be coming from everywhere at once, so that doesn't seem like an easy avenue to investigate.
Does it smell like a bitch?
You
Wow.
sniff, and actually, okay, that's a little different. You didn't notice this. You were distracted trying to lay your trap,
he distracted him.
but this whole floor smells different from the first one. It smells like, just faintly, but it smells like lavender.
Same, dude.
You smell like lavender?
At all times.
So
Just-
it's faintly like. Okay. So could I use that?
That's straight up OG Kush? No.
Damn. I was just trying to get faded, yo.
Straight up swerve.
God.
Oh,
Okay, so, Ashes is
Plotting.
obsessed with this kind of, like, this situation. But in the
I'm
meanwhile,
the one who hunts. I am not hunted.
Matashtai has moved up to this next doorway, and there is another door here that has another coin wedged into its frame, this time a silver one.
Proceed to open it.
Okay. Pocket the coin, open the door, and beyond, and another chamber. This one has a bed heaped with pillows all over it. There's a 4-foot tall mirror on the wall and a sea chest just at the base of the bed. There are rugs woven with wave-like patterns covering the floor, and they kind of like twist in the corner of your eye. They're almost kind of like optical illusion in design. Displayed
Ever popular J chest.
Displayed atop the armoire is a large bottle containing a beautiful model of a longship. And then behind that bottle, hanging on the wall, is a large framed portrait. And this thing's like staring across at the door that you're standing in. Is this large framed portrait of a wild-haired old man gazing down at that boat, at the longship in the bottle, with this mad gleam in its eyes. And you recognize the portrait as a portrait of Halaster Blackcloak.
This is Halaster's guest room when he comes to visit.
Think so?
I inspect the chest.
I'll like walk left and right against the eastern wall to see if the eyes follow.
The eyes seem glued to the ship in a bottle.
Oh, that's suspicious shit.
The chest is locked. Got a little not a padlock, but a little built-in lock on it.
I give Bones the old eyebrows, like,
Well, I'll have to abandon Purple Watch 2K21. Are you taking up the watch?
I suppose.
Alright then. I move towards my quarry.
My quarry.
That's right.
Okay. Go ahead.
That
And
padlock.
roll me a thieves' tools check.
Beeves tools. I rolled a 28.
Yeah, you I mean, well above and beyond. This is, unlike your previous excursion, this is not an overly complex lock. A novice could probably have picked this one. It takes you a matter of moments. There's a soft click. The chest opens. And you see an interior which is empty, but is pulsating because it seems to be made of living flesh.
Cool, it's a mimic. We found a mimic. Is it a mimic?
Doesn't do anything.
No, that's odd.
Is it a mimic that is asleep? Do mimics sleep?
Damn, is it a sleepic?
It didn't wake as you picked a lock in its face.
So maybe
No.
maybe it's like a really
It's really tired.
like
Yeah, that's weird. I'm not gonna reach my hand in there, but it's open.
if
Okay,
you if what is there stuff in it?
I don't know.
There's
I'm not
nothing
reaching
in
my
it.
hand in there.
It's empty. It's
Throw a piece
just
of meat in there.
just looks like the inside is made of
I'll
pulsing
eat
flesh.
whatever meat is left off of this like drumstick that I took when we left. And I'll take the bone and just drop it in the chest.
Meat on the bone.
Drop it in the chest. It kind of makes a little squish
Well,
noise
stone
as
is
it hits.
gross.
Ew.
It's definitely
Big
soft
candy.
in there. Nothing happens.
This is weird. I'm not comfortable with this.
Agreed. Agreed dishes.
Agreed.
Go ahead and maybe
Agreed.
shut it.
I'm afraid to touch it. What if it's sticky?
He just touched it.
It wasn't sticky.
It
It
wasn't
is
sticky.
inevitably sticky.
All right. I put my hand on the top, and I would say scared, but it'd probably be more like.
Makes a little squelching noise as you close it. Fun.
I give it a loving pat.
Give it a little tip.
All right.
Tip.
Now what?
No.
Does the mirror seem of similar make to the one?
Significantly
floor?
smaller. The one below is a full body mirror. This one's close, but only full body if it's a smaller statured
Individual.
species. Yeah. And this one's mounted on the wall. It's not to the floor or anything like that. So it looks like it's just a big, wall mirror.
Gotcha.
It's nice looking. It's not like ornate or anything like that, but it's got just kind of like faux gilded frame around the side.
Okay. proceed?
Sure. Yeah. I proceed.
Okay.
I mean, if y'all don't, if we don't, there's nothing here. We're nothing here.
We're finding so many interesting things, but we're coming out empty-handed. We're missing probably so many things.
You can see to the south of this little area, this little kind of like sitting area outside this room, there is a staircase leading up to a third floor of the castle.
I don't want to get attacked by the world's stupidest mimic.
Yeah.
Let's stab it.
I don't want to stab it. What if it's a nice mimic?
Okay.
Double-edged
in all of your
sword.
travels, how many nice mimics have you encountered?
About 7.
About
Se-
7.
You walked into that one. I don't know why you were asking Zach for a number.
Something numeric.
Honestly, seems like your own fault.
Okay.
We leave. Whatever. Well, next.
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 So as you're moving south down this hall, past the staircase leading up to the next chamber, you see those crystal barred windows, and you can see down into the courtyard, the garden that you had wrecked previously, Ashes. And you actually see down on the corner that you had dug in, there seems to be, you can just see it through the edges of Matashtai's lantern light, there seems to be a unseen servant that has a trowel down there and is like trying to replant flowers into the hole that you've created.
Is the statue still pointing?
Yep, still
Down.
still pointing in the same direction, to the southwest.
Ah.
You come upon another door, and this one has a shiny platinum piece stuck in its frame.
All right, it's mine. I take that.
Yeah?
I mean, Matt's not here to.
It's not here to argue. Okay.
Even if he put it back in, I would take it out afterwards. It's not. That's mine.
Bones claims the platinum. Okay.
I'm rich, bitch.
Right.
All right, Jake. I see you.
I mean, you still owe me 130 of those.
Ooh.
It's in process. We haven't made much money in like the 2 days we've been gone back.
I heard Matt's not here to stop us, so I assume something bad was done.
You know, we just found a platinum piece and Bones claimed it.
There was a platinum piece wedged in the door, and Bones immediately was like, "That's mine." Yup.
Typical.
Okay.
I mean, yup.
So you're across from these crystal barred windows, overlooking the courtyard below. You can see there's an unseen servant down there trying to fix the damage that Ashes caused in the flower garden. Bones has pocketed the platinum piece wedged into this door frame. What do you want to do? Or are we investigating this room?
I mean, yeah.
Bones claimed the coin. I assume that means he's gonna.
Yeah, I'll open the door. Don't give a shit.
Bones throws open the door. And beyond finds a very interesting chamber. As soon as you open the door, you hear this faint snoring.
Another mimic.
And within the room, you see that there are a number of different things. There are wood-paneled walls here that are decorated by a number of large framed portraits of the same kind of pudgy, smiling mage clutching a wand, but in slightly very differing poses, right? There is a thick brown wall-to-wall carpet covering this floor, and there have been rugs right on this floor in the hallways, but there's been no carpet in the entirety of this castle, this medieval castle. But it's like shag carpet, right? Thick brown shag carpet in this chamber. In the southwest corner, there are two wooden, what look to be like thrones, facing each other, and in between them is a medium-sized table, like a, not a coffee table or anything like that, but not like a dining table. And there is a large, I assume at least one of you has seen something like this. Probably Ezrah has seen something like this. And maybe others, I don't know that any of you have necessarily owned one or played one, but there's a big-ass dragon chess set out and in the midst of a game. And
Really?
Yep. And then, so that's in the southwestern corner. And then on the western wall is just this big-ass 4-poster bed in between the two windows, right? And there is the dome of a body covered up in the bed, and that's where you can hear the snoring coming from.
Well, I'm not going in there. I've got negative on stealth, so negative disadvantage.
The dome of a body.
There's a sheet over a body that is
There's
snoring.
it's not sheet, it's like this big ass quilt up and over this body.
Okay.
Kind of nudge Bones.
Whatever, I'll go check it out. I become the knight. Here's my stealth roll at advantage. Right
Okay.
here. It's a 24, the lowest I can actually roll.
Nice. Okay, and you're moving into the chamber to investigate this
Yeah, I go
sleeping
investigate.
individual?
Yeah.
Okay. Move forward, creeping quietly into the room, right up to the edge of the big 4-post bed, and there seems to be someone sleeping in this bed, but they're completely covered, right? Like the quilt goes all the way up over where their head would be.
Okay. Can I see him? Is it like a dome, like an Ezra dome?
It doesn't seem to be
Okay.
like an Ezra dome. You can get close and kind of like touch the blanket, and if you're wanting to kind of like pull it up, you could try to sneak a peek underneath.
Yeah, I want to peek sneak.
Okay.
Sneak peek.
You
Snake.
peek underneath, and as you do so, you see nothing.
Okay, weird.
And then you hear this audible, "Aha! I got you!" And all of the paintings around the room animate. The wands jump out of the paintings, and they all point at Bones. And I need everyone to select their
18
tokens and
fireballs.
roll initiative.
Actually, I think I stand a pretty good chance of surviving 18 fireballs.
because of evasion.
Yeah.
You stand a pretty good chance of taking no damage from the 18 fireballs.
Just for the sake of curiosity, I need you to roll 18 dex saving throws, and let's see how many you get away with.
Okay.
What's the
So
DC,
my
Jeremy?
wand is a DC 13 or 15 or something.
It probably isn't
1,
high.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 8.
Two.
Oh, failed that many actually.
Okay, were we going with 13 or 15?
15, and I only saw 2
Okay,
failures.
1,
It's
2,
a 13 and 2
3.
11s.
Okay.
We got 3 failures.
All right, roll damage.
Full.
3 times.
What is it? Fireball 86?
Honestly, wouldn't even be that much because it's gonna be half. So just
Yeah.
roll. You take
11?
42 damage total.
I thought it was
Like-
half.
Huh?
Is that the post halving damage?
Yeah. he
Yeah,
rolled
I
both
I
rolls.
rolled
You-
just half
you don't-
damage.
Oh, okay.
You
I
don't,
mean,
take,
sick.
you don't take
Hold on.
half. You don't take half by failing. You take nothing if you succeed.
Oh, I
I
don't.
thought. I'll double check.
I think
don't
rogue
know.
evasion is you take half if you for a
fail
dex
and
save.
then nothing if you succeed. I think it
I
just
don't know.
changes
that
a
doesn't
step.
sound right, but I'll look.
I mean, could be wrong. Anyways,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, only half of you fail. Yeah.
Wow,
it's
wow.
it's fucking busted.
Yeah. No, I definitely thought it was like you just completely negate or take damage.
You would totally survive.
Yep, you would have survived 18 fireballs.
All right, cool. I did it.
You would
Mark
have
it down.
survived. Uh-huh.
Survival of 18 fireballs.
Now, 18 disintegration rays.
No, that's gonna go to Jake.
Yeah, no question about that actually.
And I failed all of them.
All right, let's get this on the initiative. Some are fast. Some of them are not. That's good though. That works out for the best. All right. As the wands animate and leap out of the paintings, each one of them in turn, almost timed with the audible voice that speaks out, "Aha! I've got you!" Each one of them points at Bones, and there's a little sparking at their tip, and you all see a bloom of magic missiles fly out of every single one of them and
Yep, he's
into
got me.
Bones.
I'm straight dead.
The problem about magic missile is there is no roll to
There's
hit.
no missing. All right,
There's
so
no save.
It is what it is.
Bones, you take 6 barrages of magic missiles.
6
Okay.
full
So that
3
is
missile barrages.
9, 20, 34, 43, 54,
Worse than 18
65?
fireballs.
Yeah, whatever. I uncanny dodge one of them. The first one.
Okay. 65 reduces
One.
down to 60.
Or 60, yep.
All right.
Okay. There, you all watch as Bones creeps into the room. It's quiet. He touches the edge of the bed. Everything seems fine. And then he peeks under the bed and he has this quizzical kind of like, what? Face? And then there's just this booming, aha, I've got you! And then just like beams just down onto Bones. Ow! And now we are in initiative. The first flying wand is going to beam you again, Bones. Another 9 force damage. And it's Ash's turn. The wands all just kind of like hover directly outside of their portraits. They don't seem intent on moving. They just seem intent on laser beaming bones down.
Five. Okay, I see them all. All right, so I could waste 2 turns using my bonus actions to get into hybrid form and then ride up, or I could just ride up right now. And you know what? Just mix it up for a little bit. I reach behind myself, I grab Zalara, use my bonus action, and ride her up.
We're fighting sticks? Oh, let's fucking do this.
Hemocratic 4 minus, and let's give it, you know, thunder sounds like it would be a good way to just shatter sticks.
Shattering sticks.
All right, so that was 5 movement. Let's use 20 more to get in range here, and I will strike at the one that I am currently beside.
Okay, absolutely.
I
How about it?
swing once.
Swing. 20
15
hits. Is that your total damage?
That's total.
Okay.
Right and slashing.
It connects and it shears through the lower half of the wand, and you see it kind of flicker for a moment, right? Almost as if it's about to just, whatever magic is animating it is about to just dissipate, and then it kind of like, and it points at you, so it's still up.
All right. I see that it's up, and I swing again.
Swang again.
Does a 25.
25 absolutely hits, yeah.
For another 15 damage.
And this time you swing back, and it's unable to withstand the force of your blow. You shear through the other half of it, and it gives that kind of sparkle where the nubbin that's still left kind of is like, and then it just clatters to the floor, destroyed.
So it's 20, and I will put myself here. I'll engage with both of these.
Okay.
Also, I think having broken one magic wand in half should make 2 smaller magic wands.
Don't give me
Enter.
ideas. All right, Ezra, you're up. You see an unholy wave of magic missiles slam into Bones.
Fuck that! I'm immortal. I'm a god.
I think you've actually seen close to something like this before. A long past scenario where an arch magi just pelted a troll with a whole bunch of fucking magic missiles. Don't touch the
Immortal,
microphone,
bitch.
Odie. Don't touch it.
Touch the fish.
Don't touch it.
They want to touch Papa.
Don't.
Touch the fish.
Don't touch.
My
No
boy is
touch.
currently curled up on my slippers.
The darts
Touch
into the
it.
chamber.
The fish.
The wands, so they're in the wall.
No, they're
So I can't find a linear.
they were portions of the paintings, but they seem to have come alive and are out of the paintings now. They're just hovering directly in front of them.
So is there a way that I can position myself to lightning bolt 3 of them?
Oh yeah. You
Touch the fish.
yeah, because of the nature of the
Yep.
lighting mechanics in roll
For
20.
dynamic lighting.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
can't
I'm-
get
that's
into
why I'm
that
asking,
corner.
yep.
But yeah, absolutely. You could just run into the corner of the wall and boom, like lightning bolt down the side of the wall. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Okay. Oofa doofa. Jeez. All right, we got 3 dexterity saving throws. You have a +4.
Ooh. Fast fucking
They're-
wands.
Made it.
Well, they're
Failed.
tiny, right? Tiny animated objects?
Yeah. Okay, so 1 succeeds. The others fail.
And once I did lightning damage, my Heart of the Storm will beat out for an additional. Equal to half my sorcerer level, so another 5 lightning damage within 10 feet of me.
Okay. So the one that saved is the one that is closest to you. So just an additional 5 damage to that one.
Yep.
Okay. So half of the 17 is gonna be 9. These
8.
2 wands are destroyed. This one is still up, and now points at you, Ezra.
I will bonus action Tempestuous Magic.
Okay.
Just position myself. I'll position myself kind of by bones.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Matashtai. Ashes has run in and destroyed one of the wands. Ezra's darted in and blasted 2 more to smithereens. What would you like to do?
Cash over here.
Okay.
And I
This one's flickering and sputtering. Little cracks of
missed,
electricity going across it.
probably.
12 does miss.
I swing again.
28 hits. Absolutely.
9 damage.
And this one shatters, right? You just shear right through it with Tonbakiri. The remnants of it hit the wall behind, and it splinters.
Think I can get here?
Okay.
Punch.
Launch. That's a hit.
What?
Hey, did we do anything with that ship in the bottle?
You did
Don't
not.
know.
Oh.
We probably should.
No.
No,
Noted.
think about it.
Dude,
Okay.
the picture staring at it, bro.
Yeah, it's just staring at it. Yeah, we should go touch it.
Go touch it.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, sounds good. You walk up and punching a wand doesn't really do much, but what you do is you hit it to the point to where
chop it.
You chop it. Okay.
Yeah.
You hear a crack, right? But it doesn't. You don't chop through it, right? You don't break the
Damn.
board. Okay.
Should have worked harder in those classes.
Bones. And also of note, that wand is now pointed at you, Matashtai.
Immortal God
Bones,
King.
you're in the center of the chamber, next to the bed. You've been just laser beamed to within an inch of your life. But thanks to the quick acting of your allies, there is only one more wand that still points at you.
I'm an Immortal God King.
Immortal
All right.
God King.
Are there any, like, windows down here? Something I could accidentally throw a dagger out and lose forever?
No, not on that southern wall.
What about right here? Are there any dagger
Yeah,
windows
so
over here?
those little the little sections that show the little cylinders or whatever, those are the crystal barred windows.
Okay, only normal dags, because I can see it somehow ricocheting out there, and then I'll lose it forever and be mad.
I would
so-
never do that on a critical failure.
This is
Okay.
my grieving phase.
But I'm gonna let you know if it happens. Your boy's gonna
Okay,
be mad.
no. I
No,
just
No, he's
clearly dosed you with sarcasm. If it critical fails, absolutely it's going out that fucking window.
I did not hear any sarcasm at all. But now that you've confirmed it, regular dag. At the one to the left of Ashes.
I mean,
Meta.
15?
15 misses. They are
regular
dodgy
dag.
little
12.
Dodge
All right,
diving.
I exit the room.
Okay. So you see this quick like Bones is just covered in little force detonations, and there's this quick and both daggers clatter against the wall, missing. Because I mean, you're trying to hit a stick that's like this
It's a
big
stick.
and
Makes
this
sense
big
to me.
around, right? Like you're like, fuck, that target sucks, and then you're just like, nope, I'm out. He just walks
I
out of the room.
exit the room.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Your boy's good on that.
Wonderful.
Damn, that
Okay.
one damaged dag. Also, I like the idea of you hitting, or did you throw that dagger or did you run over to it?
Oh,
Through
shit.
them.
Throwing a dagger at a little piece of wood.
At a stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fun if it just stuck into the wand and the wand couldn't stay floating anymore because it's too
It's
heavy.
too heavy. Just.
That would be funny. So the wand that is now up was pointing at Bones, but as Bones exits the room, the wand does not seem interested in pursuing Bones. So it reorients itself to the closest target, which is Ashes, and it just fires off a barrage of magic missiles into Ashes. Ashes, you take 13 force damage.
13 force damage has been taken.
And then the next one was damaged by Matashtai, which seems to have drawn the wand's ire. So this wand fires off a barrage. 7 force damage
missiles.
against Matashtai.
Wow, can you actually magic missile someone that's engaged with you like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess so, since there's no
Attack roll or anything.
There's
It's
no
just
save or attack roll. So
Yep.
yeah, point blank magic missiles.
top of the round. Ashes, it's your go.
One to the right. I swang.
Okay.
Boom. Chapow. Where'd it go? There it is. 17. Hit.
That's a hit.
For 12 damage.
The one to the right,
The one to the right.
facing off against Matashtai.
Yep.
You cleave through it. Clatters to the ground.
Alright. I move here.
Mhm.
And swing again. 18. For 15 damage.
Gotcha.
In turn.
18 hits. 15 does not shatter this thing. And Ezra, you're up.
I, from this distance, take a swipe with my chill touch.
Okay.
As a 23 hit.
Absolutely it does. Spectral claws slice through, cutting the wand into 3 separate sections, and it clatters to the ground. Bones,
Yeah, what's up, baby?
I need you to make me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Hey, wisdom throw, normal, press the button. 20.
Press some button.
Bones,
What's up, baby?
you hear a familiar hissing noise and react, spinning to turn around you, pressing your back against the wall, covering your mouth and nose as noxious fumes shoot through the window from the courtyard at you, and you see there, for the briefest moments, you see a large violet dragon with dragonfly wings
Oh, it's a fairy dragon.
breathing fumes onto you,
There's a big ass fairy
and then it
dragon.
just winks out of existence.
Huh. Alright. Interesting.
And since Bones made his saving throw and is not affected by this noxious breath, and now the wands are all destroyed, seems this combat has come to an end.
I'll walk up to the where's the bed?
So the bed is, let me just draw it real quick. It's like this. It's a big boy.
We'll walk up and immediately like rip the quilt off.
There's just nothing there. Yeah, there's nothing there, and you still hear this snoring coming from the center of the bed.
And we're in Matashtai's lantern.
Yeah. There's nothing. There's not even like the silhouette of something.
I underhand Zalara,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go
Nobody
Ring
gets to
Wraith.
sleep here.
ring wraith at the Prancing Pony Inn.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
And we just roll in. You're just fucking up this person's house, just left and right.
Just left and right. Absolutely. All right.
Come back.
Okay.
I poke my head in. Oh yeah, alright, yep. We're all good here.
You took a lot of hits there.
Nope, I'm immortal. I'm an immortal god cat.
For surviving the wand barrage,
I will accept any healing offered though.
everyone gains 250 experience.
99.
250, you said?
230.
That should put us at 89k even.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
I'm very injured, friends, even though I am immortal.
It's less of a combat and more of a trap survival.
Well,
Did you run out of potions?
why
buddy?
don't, why
I will
don't
drink.
we,
Well,
why don't,
not if we're
why don't we
gonna
head back
short
to
run.
that, like, completely empty safe room
Which
down on
one
the
was
first
that?
floor and rest up? It was like the one
Okay.
right by the stairs.
Oh, let's do that. Hey, also I saw a giant fairy dragon outside.
What?
What?
Maybe just a regular dragon with fairy wings. I saw a giant dragon outside with butterfly wings.
So a fey dragon.
I don't know.
Also, just
So
throwing this out
it's
here,
a fey dragon.
I have consumed or given away every healing potion that I had on me. They're all
I
gone.
have I have some.
I can hit you with some healing, but let's
Well,
go
let's
rest
just
up.
short.
Like,
Let's just
take an
yeah.
actual
Let's just rest. Yeah. Let's just.
I mean, there's
Yes.
a bed right here.
That's got
I'm
a
not doing-
bunch of holes in it now.
I was
Just
trying to
screw.
kill. All right, if I drape the quilt back on it, does it settle back in a dome shape?
I
Yeah,
think that
actually
empty
it does.
room downstairs seemed pretty nice.
That sounds great to me. Let's do that. On the way back, I
Okay.
will I'll stop by this room.
I got you guys.
and- Well, I want to stop by the room and say, Ezra, use your magic hand to take that bottle. I want it. While quite far away from it.
Okay.
Ezra gets within 30 feet of the bottle and attempts to.
100k for the next level.
It's not that far off.
Okay. You reach out to the corked glass bottle with the beautiful long chip inside. Your magical hand grabs it, lifts it up, begins to float it to you.
I bring it to Bones.
I take it.
Okay.
I put it in my bag.
Okay.
Maybe Halaster cares about it.
Okay.
To the resting.
All right. So you guys head back to. Again, I'm assuming you're staying clustered around the lantern light. You head to the landing of the stairs, and knowing that the western stairs head back downwards, right? You take those and.
How much does this ship in the bottle weigh, Jeremy?
Oh, it's not very big. Let me double check real quick. Well, I say it's not very big, but it actually is. I mean, it's still it's still a good sized model, right? So it's about 2 feet long.
Damn.
Like it's like one of those real models, not just like one of the little, fake ones. It's like it's a real boy. So it's about 10 pounds or so.
All right, 10 pounds. Got it.
Okay. Anyways, moving onwards, and in a matter of moments, right? You guys are at the landing, and then you're going down the western stairs, and you are back to this doorway leading to that quiet room, and it is at that point that you all can hear coming from the south. You can hear this this kind of like repeated pounding and tugging, as if something is trying to get out of a trapped room.
As if.
I wonder what that could be.
All right, well, on to the resting.
Do you guys want to try and talk to it one more time?
Okay.
I think it's already made its intentions very clear that it decided to $1 million baby itself instead of speak with us.
Yeah, okay, but okay. Things that want to kill us don't $1 million baby themselves. They like try and kill us to the last second.
Well, it
Yeah.
knew it was going to respawn, so
He
why not?
chose. There were 2 possible paths. There was diplomatic conversation, or there was fuck this, I'm killing myself.
So that I can come back fully restored to attempt to kill.
I'm down to try and talk to it again, but I also have 13 HP. So,
I start slapping the fuck out of you.
what? Do you not just want a short rest? I guess you get all your shit
Well,
back
he
on
gets
short
all his
rest
shit back
anyway.
on a short rest, so it doesn't matter.
I'm going to
to
be
him.
using all these anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah, well, slap the shit out of me then, boy.
Slap me, daddy.
whack,
Ooh, Papa, step
What?
on me.
whack.
And you guys,
What?
this is a brand new day for you guys. So
It's 9, 7
you
plus 4.
you have no short rests so far. So Matashtai is good to go for quite a while if we're doing
That's
our
plus 30.
What?
our
What?
2 short rest rule. That's what
Yeah.
we had, right? So yeah, you guys haven't even done your first short rest. So Matashtai is locked and loaded for a while now.
Another 16.
4, 5, plus 16. Okay.
Ashes, how are you?
He looked a little hurt.
If I were to use my hybrid transformation, I would start needing to make wisdom saving throws.
Take another 17 HP.
I love Nurse Matt over here. Honestly, I love.
Yeah, except
I love the
like
idea
when he
that-
heals it, he's just like.
It's just, and it
Feel
looks,
better.
it looks like it should hurt, but for some reason it doesn't.
Actually, I think my move with Ashes is I always kick him in the shin.
And every time I like flinch, I'm like, ah, wait, oh, I guess I didn't hurt. No, wait, fuck. God,
Feels like
every time.
You're going to
Okay.
eventually train him to not think it hurts, and then you're just going to kick him in the shin for the
Then
sake
I'm
of
just gonna
it.
kick him.
I'm gonna just crumple to the floor
Fucking ow.
and do like the Peter Griffin like 5 minutes of.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think with that, I feel pretty okay with the homunculus. It doesn't seem to be
Sure.
super strong, so
that kind of like tugging and rattling and pulling, it continues. The creature does not seem to have freed itself during this brief exchange between you all. So do you head down there, or are you waiting for it? What's your plan?
Let's go open the door. Let's
okay.
just try and talk to it.
All right. Well, you guys, you head down the hall, and you're there, right? And you can see Ezra's little piton with the rope to the doorknob is still holding, but you can see the rope is starting to kind of like fray towards the center of being like tugged repeatedly, right? And it's also potentially kind of like the knot is loosening on it, just because, you know, being pulled at so many different times. But the piton seems to be holding fast.
All right. Well, let's take it out and open the door.
Okay, so what are you doing? You're
Taking out opening the door, obviously, sir. Sir?
I'm trying
Sir.
to think if we have anything that could make negotiations go better with this thing.
We clearly can't threaten it with violence.
We can.
It didn't want food, right? I think we tried that.
I don't know.
Did we try that? I don't think this thing's really going to be hurting for food when it literally has infinite food just down the hall.
And also,
okay,
it's a familiar, so it doesn't.
So, homunculus
Eat.
are made by powerful mages, right?
Yep.
And
It's a
they're tied to
familiar.
they're tied to their life force or whatever, right?
Yep.
So should we try and open up the conversation by saying Mad Goth to like get its attention?
It's probably your best bet, but
All right, let's try that. All right, we're gonna let's get the trap or the thing holding it there out of the way, and then I'm gonna open the door.
how are you undoing the tether?
I have no idea. I don't even know how it's there.
It's literally just like a piton wedged into the corner of the wall in the floor, with rope wrapped around it and then stretched to the doorway and then tied around the doorknob. So it's taut, right? It's holding the door as it's trying to open the door.
Okay.
I just
I
cut the
unknot
twin.
the rope.
Okay. There's absolutely a scenario where you pull the knot and then there's just this whoomp
Whips.
as the door is violently pulled open, but there's a body in the way of the door, not expecting it to just suddenly give way. And you hear this you all hear this kind of like heavy solid hit as the door impacts, and then there's this kind of like stumbling, and then the door creaks open and you see the creature now kind of like sitting amidst the rubbish and the detritus, just kind of like looking up bleary-eyed, and it's got a little split, like a little cut in its forehead where the door is like smacked it in the face.
Oh,
And it's
poor buddy.
bleeding, but just a little bit, right? But it looks kind of like dazed. It blinks its eyes, looks at you, and kind of like cocks its
Hold up
head.
my hands. And I say, Mad Goth?
Looks at you, and it gives this deep, almost dejected sigh, just this like and it starts looking around it, and it scrabbles around a little bit in the papers and the stuffing and everything like that. It starts to dig around, searching for something.
Oh, it's not immediately
Do you
attacking.
Do anything?
Do I do anything?
Any of you? Yeah.
No,
This
I mean,
is
if it's
further
looking
than
for something.
Yeah, kind of. We'll just watch the boy.
Okay. It takes a few seconds to kind of like scrabble around and look around, and then it kind of like comes up from the detritus, and it's holding this piece of parchment, right? And on it is a very crudely drawn blob
Bitches love blobs.
that is purplish in color. And it points at the parchment, taps it, right, looks at you, and then goes, and it just rips it up into 1,000 little pieces.
Why
And they
is it
just
that
kind of like
y'all
all
can't
clatter
see-
down in the air. And it just kind of like tilts its head, looking at you, waiting.
Why is it that I can't see this thing as anything other than Stitch now?
Okay. It was just like a purple blob. Was there any kind
It
of
was
like,
illustrating the fairy dragon.
it was like a fairy? It was a
Deal with
fairy.
the
Okay.
fairy dragon.
Are we just working on the thing that we know it's a fairy dragon at this point now?
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
mean,
I don't know.
You
Like you saw it and you deduced it is a fairy dragon.
Yeah, it was a dragon with fairy wings. It was a
Okay,
big
alright.
ass. I never seen a fairy dragon that big, but it was a big ass fairy dragon.
Okay,
I don't know.
then,
Do they get big? I don't know.
then I'm gonna say, is the fairy dragon bad?
It just tore up the paper. I think it's pretty clear what it's trying to say.
Let it speak for itself, Ezra.
Has it spoken yet?
No.
It
Is it not-
nods at you in response, Matashtai. Just like shakes its head like,
I
yeah,
flip
yeah,
Ezra
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He didn't say anything.
Is the dragon keeping you here?
Shakes its head. Hmm.
Did it trap your master?
It gives you this kind of like, what? No face. Kind of like,
Should we kill it? He says we should kill it. We should kill it.
it just shakes its head enthusiastically. Like, you see this like kind of weird smile, kind of like,
it's Stitch.
It's kind of
It's
an
fucking
asshole.
Stitch.
Bitches love weird smiles.
You guys probably realize that we're within earshot of the entity as we're having this
I mean,
conversation.
Sure. But it's within
And?
earshot wherever we go, it seems, so.
I mean, how are we gonna catch it? Like, we can't catch it.
Oh.
Well, we'll worry about that when we can plan in secret. But
Right, but he's harassing our new friend here, and has been harassing us, and the stone giants.
alright, well, it sounds like this fairy dragon's a problem, so we gotta do something about him.
head shake, head shake, head shake.
We need
If we
or
leave
nod,
you
rather.
alone- If we leave you alone, will you leave us alone?
Kind of cocks its head at you, like, it doesn't say anything, but it's just like,
You say the fuck you say to me?
it stands up.
Stand up.
And it points down at the shredded parchment, right?
I take my spear and I stab on a piece of paper.
It raises a hand and it kind of gives you a little like weird thumb. It doesn't have like fully like, yeah, it doesn't have fully like opposable thumbs, right? It's more like dog paws, kind of. It's strange. It's like a halvesy, really, but it kind of like gives you this little like thumb up, right, type thing. And it looks at you and it looks at the parchment and it kind of, it makes this kind of like wringing its hands motion.
Okay. A nod.
And points at you. And it points at the parchment. And he nods at you again.
Okay. Yeah. I
He
think-
walks north and he motions to follow him.
Okay. Follow him. Isn't north just like that room?
Yes.
The one that we were looking through? Okay.
Is he leaving the room?
No, he's walking north in the room that you guys kind of like have him cornered in.
Oh, so like he's walking to
the wizard
wand room.
study that we broke
Yeah,
into.
okay.
But he does kind of like duck out of your eyesight now that you guys are all kind of like in the little hall leading into the room. Do you follow him?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
follow him.
Group again, I'm assuming group like sticking together. You
Follow.
all kind of like follow in, and as soon as you round the corner, he's standing there at that door, and he's like waiting there, and he sees you, and he does this, points inside, and then he goes inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Go inside.
Yeah,
Let's
we
just,
like
not overcrowd them. Maybe just let Matt in.
You all come up to the doorway, right? And this thing is standing there inside the room, next to that mirror. And it looks at you, and Matt, it looks at you, and it does this little motion, and then like makes this little like flying motion, and then just smashes the little flying motion, right? Like, and looks at you again
Smashes
and
it?
kind of like nods, right?
Okay.
The mirror? It smashes the
Yeah.
mirror?
No. It's
he's
making.
I
this
think he's
little kind of like,
pantomiming that
yeah,
he's
he's
gonna beat the
pantomiming
shit out of the
like,
Oh.
you know, confirmation.
Kill the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then it turns
fuck
and
that
it
big shit.
reaches into the mirror, and you see the surface of the mirror go silvery as its arm reaches into the mirror.
Well, you boys tried that. This is horse shit. Why am I not a homunculus arm?
What?
And
Already a dwarf cat.
Yeah, dwarf cat
you
homunculus.
gotta add construct to the list.
This is a game of Munchkin.
Actually, kind of is. It reaches in and it pulls out a metallic, silvered, finned helmet, identical to the one that you saw
The greatest helmet of all time!
on the statue within the courtyard, and it proffers it out towards you all.
Well, Matthew, you've been handling the conversation, but you have 7 helmets on already.
7 helmets.
You have a helmet and a hat, okay? You...
This is true.
I will
you do
take
have
the
a helmet
helmet,
and hat.
and we will find out what it does before we decide who gets it.
big agree.
Right.
Um,
He looks at
Thank you.
right? And he doesn't look at you specifically necessarily, Matashtai, right? But he looks at all of you, and he kind of points at the helmet, and then he taps its head,
All right.
and he gestures at you.
He wants you to put it on.
It might be a form of communication.
Oh.
All right, Ezra, put it
All
on.
right.
What?
Like half our party is wearing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, ow!
Kitty got
Damn,
excited.
that's a bad one.
Was that a lipo?
The kitty?
Oops.
Was that a lipo buggy? Oh no!
Put it on. Put it
Did
on.
you
Put it
pull
on. Put it
away?
on.
Okay,
Somebody
okay,
put it
okay,
on.
okay. I put it on. I slide off my other things and I put it on.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Another 7 helmets.
You take a moment to slide off your stuff, and then you put the helmet down around your head, and it's a weird fit at first, and then you kind of like get it situated. And you all see again, it's like this Spartan-esque. I can't remember the name of the helmets, right? But it's that kind of like face, and then it's got the fins on the side, and then one kind of like mohawk down the top of it. It doesn't, nothing seems to happen, right? But as you do that, the homunculus steps up to you, Matashtai.
Hello there.
Uh-oh.
And it looks at you, and it points at the helmet, right?
It's me, Patrick Ewing.
And then it pulls up a paw, and it bear's claws, and they're not massive. Again, they're not talons, but they're like short little nubbin claws, right? And it kind of like bears them, right? And it looks at you, and it gives you this little kind of like thumbs up thing, right?
All right.
And it slashes at you.
I try not to flinch.
You just take it.
Sure.
Scores across your chest. Deep gouges that instantly vanish as soon as they're passing through you.
Oh.
Pretty slick.
Huh.
And that's its one charge for the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stops one attack per week.
Oh no, dude, no.
It looks at you again, gives you that kind of like thumbs up, right?
Okay.
Then bares the claws on the other hand, and it just starts slashing and mauling and cutting and ripping into you. And you all see this very odd sight as the claws clearly seem to be piercing Matashtai's flesh, but as soon as they enter in and begin to pass through, where bloody rents would be left behind, it's just skin. It's like Matashtai has become incorporeal or something like that.
You incorporeal boy?
Wounds just go straight through him. But it's not just like he's a ghost. It's not just like the hand is passing through him, because you do see just the barest hint of his flesh cutting open to these claws. And Matashtai, you don't feel pain necessarily, but there is a strange tingling that begins to kind of like well over your body where this creature is slashing you. Also, he's kind of rending your clothes. Those don't seem to be saved from
Okay.
And then it stops, and it looks at you and it goes,
You immortal boy?
Well,
I don't know. We should probably identify it when we take a rest here.
Also, you did that without a tuning to it.
Yeah, it's also interesting. All right. Well, we're gonna go rest and go see if we can find this dragon.
kind of tilts its head at you and like squints its eyes.
Sleep, and then
Jerk off.
It kind of like rolls its eyes at you and sighs.
It's just a little one.
Kind of glowers a little bit. And like gives you this kind of like...
He's watching you. Oh, I love it, dude. I love it.
Its eye just kind of like starts twitching as it's glowering.
At me.
Maybe this is the time to...
Yeah, let's head up to that room and...
Okay,
Take
so
a
you guys
look.
begin to kind of like make your way out of the chamber. As you do, the homunculus kind of like follows behind you. It doesn't like follow on your heels necessarily, but you move out of that room and it peeks its head out. Follows
I
you
see two electric
into the next
boogaloo.
room, and then you walk into the hall, and then it kind of like peeks around and
Okay, whatever.
follows you into the hall, and then you're moving up, and it kind of like moves up to the edge of the hall, and it looks south, and it kind of like stares suspiciously at the door across, and you hear it, you see it look up at you, and then it turns and it disappears back down the hall, and you hear this crack, this kind of a clack as the door kind of closes, and there's some fidgeting at the door.
When we were
It's
on the
gone for
second
a little
floor, did we run across anything that looked exploded?
Not. Nope.
There's still a third floor above.
Explore
Jim.
a lot.
I mean, you guys checked 2 rooms on the second floor. There's still plenty of second floor and a third floor.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there though?
So we're gonna get to that room, and then probably. I assume Ezra's gonna want to dome up. So
As you
we'll,
guys are closing that door, right? You see the homunculus kind of like come around the corner, and it just like, yeah, it just like comes to the corner and it's just like looking like.
I guess he's making sure we don't, I don't know, steal the helm, misuse the
just
helm.
run
I
off,
don't know.
just run off with the helmet without killing the dragon.
Sounds right to me.
I think that's two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although realistic, what are you gonna do if he can't leave, right?
But all right, we rest up, and then I think it's probably a good idea if we have Ezra identify this helmet, see what it does.
Sound good to
specifically.
me.
Dome diddly dome, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
Dome diddly dome.
The dome comes up, and this is intended to just be a short rest.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Dome comes up. You guys begin a short rest. You're free to take hit dice.
It does.
Refresh any abilities that would recharge on a short rest, and I actually have to check.
So 67.
Specifics. So
Plus 8. 75. 1 Mogan. Plus 9 is 84. Good enough.
What is your max health?
87. What's yours?
92. What is your con mod?
Plus 2.
Interesting.
Why?
You like rolled all 8s?
No. Not even. I rolled a decent amount, but not like all.
Oh, and Matt, you have the ring of.
Yeah, I have +4 con from
Yeah.
my amulet.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's
Your amulet. Yep.
4
combination of
4 health just from my con.
God damn. Bro.
combination of Zach rolling well and Mitch rolling bad. I don't know.
I don't know. I roll every time.
Anyways, guys begin taking a break. Not necessarily as hungry as you might be normally. Get a little snack, but a chance to bind your wounds, meditate, think about what you're going through, try to figure out what your next course of action is, try to plan what you're going to be doing, and in the course of this, I'm assuming, Ezra has to identify on the helm.
Greatest helmet in the world.
Don't. In the word now, baby.
The way identification works is an
just a
interesting
trivia.
bit of arcane magic. It can be very all-encompassing, or it can be very weird, depending on how things work.
Good.
You find some immediate information, Ezra, as the arcane nature of the magics sweep over the helm and then filter back through your mind. You find something that you don't always find when you identify an object. You find that there's a magical signature on this helmet specifically to announce its name to anyone who identifies it.
Love it.
Weird.
Okay.
And you learn that this is the Mad Goth's magical helmet. and you receive a small message saying, should you find this item, please return it to the Mad Goth. After that is where it gets very squirrely. There is some intense abjuration going on in this helmet.
Okay.
But it in and of itself is not the source of the magic. It seems to be a focus for the magic. Whereas the magic itself is emanating from the castle around you. And from what you can gather, this helmet does indeed seem to make the wearer immune to harm.
Wow.
As
That's
long
sick.
as they're
While we're in
within
the castle.
this castle.
God blessed.
That's still pretty sick.
Still pretty dope, yeah.
Also, is there a chance that you invoke the name Mad Goth and he is like, oh, this is him. I need to return his helmet.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh.
Also, maybe not.
I'm not sure I understood your statement.
Like, remember when we first ran across him again, and you're like, Mad Goth, and he did not attack.
Okay.
Do you think that maybe he might have taken that as you announcing yourself as Mad Goth?
I don't know. Would you think that Mad Goth's homunculus would be like, I'm watching you too, Mad Goth?
You're assuming this is Mad Goth's homunculus?
That's my assumption.
Oh no. That's
Sounds right to
He
me.
he seems pretty tied to the castle.
To Otto's castle.
That's what it said on the chalkboard.
Otto's castle with a statue of Mad Goth in the courtyard?
At this point, I'm pretty confident that Otto is this dragon that's been fucking with us.
It was written in Draconic. That makes sense to me.
Oh, I forgot it was written in Draconic. Makes even more sense.
anyway. Let's go kill a fairy
You
dragon.
remember the weirdest details, but can't remember the general scope
But
of what happened.
he bear
Crazy.
traps those fucking details though. Like, holy shit. He has a vice grip for those details. He will never let go of those details.
Yeah, I get retain some things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so who's going to be invulnerable while we're in the castle?
I don't care. Is it attunement? Do I have to attune to it?
It does not seem to be attunement, or if it is attunement, it is a special type of magical attunement that doesn't give a fuck about
Rules?
your shit. Yeah, this is
don't
this
give
is
a
a
fuck
power
about
beyond. Ezra, when you're looking at this, when you're identifying this, this is strange. This is very out of the norm. This is magic built up by an archmage that isn't playing by the rules and has a miniature shrinking fucking castle. You know?
You do be having a shrinking castle.
Well, I mean, if it doesn't have attunement, like, we can just throw it on whoever's getting their ass beat.
Wow.
Can we switch?
Action
Oh!
show-
I mean, I would like to call out that two of you are very slippery, and one of you is very durable.
Okay, put it on then. Mage boy? I don't care. Down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Put it
Well,
on,
then I'll
mage
see
boy.
Mage boy puts on the helmet.
Yay! 3 of our 4 party members are wearing helmets.
Mage boy puts on the helmet.
Yeah. It teleports you to the 17th level.
You hear a familiar voice. Aha! I got you!
No, not again.
Okay. All right.
Your ass
Um,
best not be hiding 2 rooms over now.
3.
3. It increases
Wha-
just
While
for
immortal.
I
Lord
jumped
have mercy.
into the room when Bones
You-
was
you did.
being bombarded, and I stayed in the room. Thank you very much.
safety. Oh. Gotcha. All right, cool. That's so
First.
At some point while we're resting, Ezra is gonna burn a 2nd level spell to regain 2 sork points. It's a
Okay.
bonus action to do that, so it's nothing
Gotcha.
extravagant.
Towards the end of your rest, the door opens.
Okay.
And into the room walks a shadowy silhouette holding a bag. And it walks up to the dome and kind of like taps on it.
Yeah, your clothes are ready.
Huh? I didn't even think about that.
All right, I turn and
You got to get out of the dome.
oh, right, we're in the dome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you dumb.
I step out of the dome.
It shanks you. Just
You bring this dirt into my fucking house. Oh,
No,
Just
no.
with an
Oh,
adamantine
bro.
dagger, it just fucking slips right through.
No, it reaches into the bag and it pulls out your cloak
Hey,
and hands it over to you. And the cloak's all cleaned.
nice.
Smells a little perfumed.
Maybe not
Reaches
as
into the bag, pulls out your snow boots, right?
Hey,
It's been cleaned. They've also been slightly repaired. A couple of like, you can see there's some rethreading on it. It seems like the little fur portions have been kind of like combed, etc. Right, looking better than the first day you bought it.
hey guys, look! Thanks, guy.
Nice.
And then it goes over to the corner of the room, the northeastern corner of the room, and it reaches into its bag and it pulls out a rug and it unfurls it and lays it down across that corner of the rug. And it goes
incredible,
to the
dude.
room. And then it goes to the northwest corner and it pulls out another rug and lays it down in the corner of that rug, that section. And it goes into the southwest corner and it pulls out another rug and it lays it down in that corner. And it's kind of like it's making a pattern around the room. And then it goes to the other corner of the room, the one next to the door, and it pulls out a 4th rug, lays it down in another angular pattern. And you can see there are these 4 different rugs. They all have the same pattern across them. It's basically just 3 lines. They're gold on the outer portion and then like a crimson down the center. But it just kind of like creates this interesting pattern around the room.
I mean, good on you, interior decorator.
The pattern seem familiar at all?
No, the pattern doesn't seem familiar. But that bag is about yay big.
The bag of holding, Ezra.
And it just pulled 4 rugs out of it.
I was gonna ask about that, and then you got to it.
Kill
And
the
then it-
unseen servant. Take
then
what's
it-
yours.
Then it just walks out of the room.
This is your only chance. It'll never appear again.
We're not gonna steal from.
Now, we're
Yeah.
not going to do anything. You can handle this one.
The bag of rugging. It only holds rugs.
Bro, yeah, we can sell that. That's worth something to a rug dealer.
To a rug dealer. There you go. You got that
Damn rug
monopoly
dealers.
on that niche market right there.
That's right.
All right.
You guys
You
rest, you
resting
heal
and-
up. Done?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, I put on my Uggs.
He got the boot with the fur.
Okay.
What is our plan for planning our next move?
We catch a fairy
I don't
dragon.
know that we can plan our next move till we know where the dragon is.
I don't think we're gonna know. That's part of the problem.
It
Okay,
became visible
what-
when it breathed on
and
me.
what do
just
you
so you guys
propose?
know.
Well, it's invisible.
Yeah, but it became visible when it breathed on me.
I don't think it's because it became visible when it attacked. I think it.
Do you think it's
Was-
an attack or do you think it's a spell?
It
I
was
think that he came into range of the lantern to
Bones
get you.
when it
No,
tried
he was
to breathe
outside.
on you. It was well beyond Matashtai's light.
It was well beyond the light.
So this is the lesser spell that he just re-ups.
Oh, yes.
We're gonna
Might be able
apply
to
at
do it
will.
at will.
Oh yeah, yeah. But still the lesser spell. So anytime it does something, it becomes visible. Okay, well that helps a little bit, but we don't have any source of dispel or anti-magic. I don't know. I mean, do we just... I mean, it's probably... It could even be listening to us right now, so we can't even really plan.
Yeah, I mean, how we're in a closed room with a bubble that.
Oh, is it soundproof?
Bubble is not soundproof.
Well, we just talk really quiet.
Well, I mean, if Matt's lantern goes out, what is it, 30 feet? And
But we just explore more.
and if we stage whisper quiet enough that it doesn't exceed 30 feet, we could plan something without it hearing.
Seriously, why would we stage whisper?
So that we could whisper and still talk to each other IRL.
You
I
just
thought you
gotta
were
talk
implying
like
our
this.
I thought you were implying our characters were stage whispering.
Oh, no. I meant us for real.
But we just keep exploring.
Yeah, I don't really know that I can plan anything because we don't know what's up there.
True that.
I mean, what we could do is like bait someone, be bait, and like, do we have like any kind of restraining methods? Like,
It was real big, dog.
would you say it was like a medium-sized creature or a large creature?
I'd say it was dragon-sized.
Definitely
A
large.
fairy dragon is the size of a dragon.
I said it was a big one.
Or it's not affected by the smallization of this castle.
Maybe it's just big. I don't know. You know, like lobsters never stop growing.
Where did you see it?
Outside.
How far away from the castle outside?
It was
Was
in the
it-
courtyard.
in the courtyard outside.
Oh, okay.
It was like flying and stuff.
Well, if it was big out there, then it's within the castle. So either it's not affected by the smallness, or it's the biggest fairy dragon that's ever existed.
Or it's like a lobster. Lobsters
What?
never stop growing.
I just love the insistence here. It's like a
Also-
lobster.
Well, I mean, also, lobsters are technically immortal. The only reason they die is because they no longer have the strength to molt out of their shell, and they just basically crush themselves to death.
There you go. Maybe he's effectively immortal as well, but he doesn't have to molt. So
That's not effective immortality. That's immortality.
G2G.
10 to 15% of lobsters die while molting due to exhaustion.
Oh, you had to look it up. You couldn't take it on our word. You had to look it up.
No, I didn't trust either of you.
It's fucked up.
This is where you get your lobster facts, folks.
Thanks to Crablantes.
Lobster fact! Dude, Crablante is a god. A god.
All right. You've short
All right.
rested.
I thought we just keep exploring, but if y'all want to, like, I don't know, do some weird shit, like, let's do it.
I mean, the problem is I don't have a whole lot of like options when it comes. Like, if I could see the SOB, I could probably do something, but
Ain't none of us see it.
when
It does seem to be having a bit of fun with you.
It does keep laughing at us.
This lobster shit's blowing my mind. Okay, I gotta stop reading.
Yeah, Jordan.
lobster
Nice.
shit.
Let's go back to the room I almost died in.
Okay.
Jay, you think on what
Guys.
you want to do while we travel.
Head out. Drop the dome. Helmet firmly secured on Ezra's head. Back
just-
up the stairs.
Something like, I mean, we could try like get Ezra to do like hypnotic patterns or something. Like, we got to do something to get it to stop doing things.
All right.
Yeah, but how does he target it? Like,
Or-
where? How does he know where to target?
Well, here's an idea. We keep looking, and maybe we find where it likes to sleep or stay, and we just fuck its room up until it gets mad and comes at us.
Well, let's do that.
I thought that's one. Here's the
Also,
holy bed.
The old find the layer.
The
strat.
Fae, it probably is not impacted by
Do face
by
sleep?
Adam.
Oh no. What else is in this room? You said there was a chessboard. It
So-
looked fancy.
In the bottom corner of the room, down here, there are
Uh-huh.
2 wooden thrones, high-backed wooden thrones, facing this table upon which a gorgeous crystalline dragon chess set is
Gorgeous
seems to be
and
in
crystalline, huh?
active play.
Oh, that sounds like mine now.
Well then.
I now own this.
And then there's a door on the southern wall. You also still, as you guys enter back into here, you still hear that light snoring, and there's still the bundled form in the bed.
Hey, don't touch that. Well, Ezra, you can. Nobody else. Okay, what is it? Crystal dragon chess.
Yeah. As you move over it and you start to kind of like
Castle.
look at it. Anyone that has history
Magic
trained can
Amber.
make me a history check.
Oh, I got that. I'm historical.
Nice.
A 14, my lowest roll.
Not your type of history.
I'm not from here. It's
Yeah,
weird.
you've spent most of your life in a different realm.
I know history there,
Ezra,
though.
do you have advantage, or is that a 22?
I do.
Okay, still enough. I was just curious. Bones begins kind of very carefully picking up pieces and collapsing the dragon chess board itself. It's layers of crystal and metal that are mechanized to where because this is like 3D chess, right?
Ooh, it's mechanized? Okay, mechanized.
It's
means
mechanized to where
expensive.
it lays flat, right? It's kind of like spring loaded and latches into a form to where the whole thing becomes its own case to where you can slot in all of the different pieces, etc., etc. And as Bones is going through this process, Ezra, you kind of like, you take a look at it and you're like, hey, huh? And it strikes in your mind that you think you've heard of this. Dragon Chess is a popular game throughout the Sword Coast and through many locations. Period on Faerun, but it is somewhat waned in popularity in recent years. It has its cycles that it kind of goes through, but it's really it's not a poor man's game. Typically, you'll find sets among the general populace, but it is a complex game, and it has a air about it of status or nobility, and there have been plenty of figures throughout history that have created as status symbols very extravagant versions. There have been versions in Cormyr, for instance, where the chess set itself was life-sized and the pieces were actual people and dragons.
They killed each other?
No, not it was all like an exhibition style scenario. But there's a lot of like aplomb around dragon chess, period. This one though tickles the back of your mind, and you see a couple of identifying things that make you look at the underside bottom corner, where you see a little stylized, kind of almost non-winged dragon, right? And a little U, almost kind of like a little cursive U, and you recognize the mark as the Emperor Umyaten of Imaskar, which is
I've heard either of those words before.
a civilization that I believe no longer exists, or what does exist is the remnants of a once great nation, that type of thing. But this is one of a set of 4 different dragon chess sets that was created by this emperor. And basically what it boils down to is it's super special, but it's not magical or anything like that. It's a collector's item, right? Like, this is a very valuable collector's item that you have found, and for the right people, it's probably worth a hefty sum of money. Or, if you were to keep it yourselves, it's a pretty hefty status symbol, right? Like, it's one of those types of status symbols where you're like, you could show it off to your noble acquaintances, and they would be most impressed,
You have to go buy and pick up a book on how to play 3D dragon chess.
Dragon
mind.
chests.
Sorry.
What's on your mind, sir?
Okay.
Okay, so expensive. Got it. How much does bitch weigh? 7?
In totality, it's actually pretty hefty. It's 25 pounds.
Good lord.
But it does break, like I said, it all folds into its own enclosed carrying case. So
It's a heavy chest set, I'll tell you.
It's not really meant for travel. It can, but it's not really meant for it.
Okay.
It's got on pinned to the underside of the table, there's a felt lined bag that it seems that the chess set is carried in.
I'll take that as well. Bitches love felt. All right, hey, Immortal Ezra, will you check that door down there?
Immortal Ezra.
Please proceed to open every door.
You are immortal now.
I also will accept the immortality helm if I have to go in places, but since you are immortal, please proceed.
I give the helmet to Bones.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm an immortal cat. I open the door with much confidence.
It's so
Okay.
funny. Earlier, you were talking about how you were immortal in this exact room.
Well,
and you
now I
come
actually
back to
am.
it actually immortal.
That's pretty funny. All right, you throw open the door, and you see beyond this. It's a closet. It's a big walk-in closet, and it's stuffed with robes and sleeping gowns and shoes and slippers hanging from racks or stacked neatly in shelves. It's a wardrobe.
Anything expensive looking?
It all looks nice, but there's nothing like. There's no like gold vestments lined with silver threads or anything like that. It's all, but I mean, like, it's a bunch of good silk robes or clothes like that. I mean, if you want to package it all, it probably sells.
Is anything monogrammed?
Uh, there are a number of these robes, that have this little emblem of an M on them.
Someone named Max could have these.
I guarantee you,
Mapes?
we're gonna walk out of this dungeon with a bunch of like stuff that's worth a lot of money. And what's gonna happen is we're going to enlarge to our normal size, but all that shit is not. You're gonna have just a teeny tiny little dragon chest set and teeny tiny clothes.
Yeah, you think so? That would suck.
Would that decrease or increase the value?
That's a really impressive carving feat, though.
True.
If it was little, unless they got shrunk down and carved it, then it's less. I mean, it's still nice, but it's less impressive. Okay, well, if nothing's like real expensive, and nothing says like Mad Goth on the booty or anything like that, I don't really want it.
Nothing says Mad Goth
Like-
on the
like-
booty.
Fucking pants have juicy on the butt.
Yeah, it says Mad Goth
Mad
or
Goth.
Otto, Big
Oh.
M, Daddy. Does any of them say Daddy?
No, none of them say
All
down.
right then.
Alright.
As the
Guys-
immortal one, I will lead the way.
Begin to move on. Okay.
Oh, Ezra, did you want this back, Ezra?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. 'Cause
Alright,
it's your castle.
and you guys are heading southward now out of this room?
Yes,
It's
southward.
your castle now, Ezra.
I keep getting pulled back, so I guess he wants to move us as one.
Well, you guys are all staying in the lantern, so I'm just trying to move you together.
Yeah.
So you come into this southern section of the hall. It looks much like the northern section of this second chamber. You see a door leading to a room on the south, and then a door leading to a room on the southwest.
To the room!
Which one?
The southwest one.
Okay. You head towards it, and you see stuck into the door frame an electrum piece.
Yeah, it's not platinum, but it's close.
No, it's
Not even
like
gold.
a piece. It's a 50-cent
Oh.
piece.
Fuck that piece of shit.
Fuck that piece of shit.
Garbage coin. Unless it's in
Garbage
math.
coin. Okay.
I open the door
All right.
with much confidence.
Invincibly.
Door is thrown open.
I
And
think we're about to
beyond,
we might find out pretty quickly that I'm not actually invincible, only to claw attacks.
From
Beyond.
homunculi.
you find a bedchamber, right? There's a comfortable looking bed in here, a handsome armoire, a 3-paneled privacy screen, a chest with clawed feet at the base of the bed. There are fancy rugs displaying ancient knights covering the floor. And then, set
Fancy,
into
you
the
say.
north wall is a stone arch.
No, that's right.
And carved into the arch's keystone is a hand
Hand.
clutching a lit torch.
Get your hand off, Ashes. That's what it wants.
It definitely wants just the hand.
I don't even know if I have carried any torches on me.
I don't know if I do either.
we
I can
found
see in the dark.
there are so many of these portals. I don't know if a torch portal has been found yet.
And as you look
I don't recall
at
that either.
this portal, it goes silver, activating
Oh, do that.
Oh shit! Someone's coming through.
and stepping through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A half a dozen more drow rush through the portal. And one of them calls back, "I think we found them!" And that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session. We'll pick up there next week
Oh shit!
for more Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Alright, Bones, close the door and solo them.
What if they wrench the helm from my head?
Then you're fucked.
Oh no!
Sounds like you shouldn't let that happen.
Oh, okay, all right. That's going to be the end of tonight's session. Thanks for hanging out,
Blue.
everybody. We will see you next week. I believe next week. We're still good for next week, not the following week, right?
I'm good.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm-
So
I'm
we will
good.
see you
Double
back
action.
for more Dungeon of the Mad Mage next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye forever.
Bye.